What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tony Reads. Okay, so first I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. I know I put up this post, I put up a video saying that I was no longer gonna post videos on this channel. Just scratch all that, erase it from your mind. It was a lie. Okay, so I didn't mean to lie, but at the time I was just like a whole bunch of stuff was going through my mind. I was like, I wasn't reading that much. I was like, I don't want to do a channel focused on books, blah blah blah. So I decided to put some of my booktube videos on my other channel, Natural Boss, in addition to some other things that I like to film about and discuss. Anyway, long story short, I did not like that. The books are my hobby and I want that totally separate from all the other stuff that I do. I'm not saying I'm taking down that channel or anything, but I'm still gonna post my booktube book videos here on this channel, Tony Reads. So I'm so glad I didn't delete the channel. So anyway, welcome back. So I am here. I'm not gonna never say never, but I don't think I'm ever gonna take this channel down. For as long as I continue to read, I will probably continue to post videos on this channel. But anyway, so that's all the business or whatever. Let's get down to the fun. So in this video, what I want to talk about is the books that I'm going to read in January and February. So the new way, no, I'm not going to say this. So I always do TBR videos. And for the most part, probably out of this whole laundry list of TBR, I probably read one of the books. And I can do it any way I want. I'm free to change my mind and everything, but I just want to try something this time. I want to make a TBR list and I actually want to stick to it. Now I'm only holding myself to this for January and February to see if it works. So let's get this party started. I have 4 books. That's not a whole lot. It's kind of going to be aggressive for my level of reading or whatever, but I'm going to try to do 4 books. 3 of the books are from authors that I don't know. I don't even think I've heard of them, have no clue anything about them. And then 1, of course, is by Frida McFadden. So the Frida McFadden book, I'll just get that out the way. I've already talked about it in another video. It is The Crash. Pretty much anything that Frida comes out with lately, I'm going to read it. So no need to get all into that. I'm going to read The Crash. I believe it comes out on January 28th. I'm going to start it that day no matter what else I'm working on or whatever. And I'm going to try to finish it really quickly. And then I'll come back and do a video and tell you guys my thoughts. So I was out browsing around on Amazon like I always do. I don't even usually go to Goodreads. Maybe I should look at Goodreads more often or whatever. But I always look for books like on Amazon. And of course, because I have a Kindle, that's one of the main reasons. But I always go to Amazon. I just search for like psychological thrillers, or I'll click on a Frida McFadden book and look for other books that are recommended based on my Frida McFadden taste. So I found this book called My Husband's Son by D.L. Fisher. I don't think D.L. Fisher has ever been recommended by any of you, and I've never heard of this person before, but I wanted to try something new. I don't really go by Goodreads ratings, but I do like to just mention it sometimes. This book has a 4.5 star rating on Goodreads, which is pretty good. Honestly, I could say most of the books I read probably don't have that high of a rating. So this book is a little long for my taste. It's 356 pages. I know you guys are probably saying that's really not that long. For me, trust me, it's long. So hopefully it'll be a page turner though and keep my focus. So the book overview is when an 18-year-old claiming to be her husband's son shows up at her front door out of the blue, Carrie Winter is floored. It's completely unexpected. Then you can't expect someone you didn't know existed. She's shocked to find out that her husband has been hiding this major secret from her. Carrie thought she knew the man she married, but now she's not so sure. So this is kind of familiar. I've actually read a book. I think it was called Don't Let Her In or Don't Believe Her or something like that, where the husband had a daughter. Actually, I think the wife did know about the daughter, but she had never met her. And so I guess this is a little bit different. The wife didn't even know this man had a son. Hey, that happens, that's not too unusual. So TJ seems pleasant enough. This is the son. However, strange things start to happen upon his arrival. Now, this is the first part about a son showed up that the wife didn't know about. That doesn't hook me really because that's like a Lifetime movie storyline or whatever. So I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. But as I kept reading, when they say strange things start to happen upon his arrival, that's what hooks me. A teenage girl is found murdered and another one has gone missing. That makes it even sweeter. And then, while trying to piece together TJ's history that both her stepson and husband seem to be hiding, Carrie discovers the death of TJ's mother may not have been an accident after all. So that, again, kind of reminds me of another book I read, but that's okay because this book still sounds really good. And a lot of times I notice that in the books, it's always some daughter that shows up, and this time it's a son, a stepson that she doesn't know, the wife doesn't know about, so that's a little bit different right there. The more Carrie investigates the deaths of missing girls, the more secrets she finds out about her seemingly perfect development. What does she really know about the neighborhood she lives in and the people she lives with? And is letting TJ enter her home the biggest mistake she'll ever make? So this book already sounds like a page turner. I love domestic thrillers, first of all, so this book is right up my alley. Just looking at this, it looks like D.L. Fisher. Like I said, I never heard of her. She's actually a former award-winning sportscaster, and she has other books, The Perfect Nanny, Win, Lose or Die. So I think I've heard of The Perfect Nanny before, or maybe that's such a common name that there's other books that maybe by other authors with that title. Who knows? But anyway, again, this just sounded really good. I love domestic thrillers. The storyline sounds good. And it seems like there's going to be a really good plot twist. After I read this book, hopefully I can get it done really soon. I will come back and let you guys know. Okay, I forgot to, I just looked at myself in the camera. I forgot I had this bonnet on. I didn't really forget, but I forgot to address it. Also, I decided to be more relaxed in my videos. It's like I always say, I don't want to make this whole YouTube booktube thing like a job. My hair's not done, so I have a bonnet on. So this is what you get. You might see more of this. My hair might be all dolled up next time. Who knows? I'm kind of just going to freestyle and do whatever I want. So the next book is called A Beautiful Couple, and it's by Leslie Wolfe. I think I may have heard of her before. I'm not 100% sure, but I've never read a book by her yet. So when I first kind of looked at this, I try to give things a shot. I'm like, A Beautiful Couple. It kind of reminded me of The Perfect Couple or The Perfect Marriage or whatever it is, that book that I DNF'd, the first book I ever DNF'd. That was actually highly recommended it. I still DNF'd it. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. But I went ahead and read the summary. This book is 341 pages and it actually just came out in December. So it's a little bit shorter than the other one, but still, I guess 341 is not too bad. Her husband killed someone. She's the only witness. Okay, that seems really good right there, just up front. Her husband killed somebody and she's the only witness. Amanda Davis has it all. A beautiful home, a thriving career, a charismatic husband who is the darling of television news or whatever. So this is a common theme. Of course, I mean, authors are going to run out of ideas. I get it. So that doesn't turn me off, but they have a thriving career. They got it all together and all this kind of stuff. I've read about this before. But when Paul kills someone in a disturbing accident, Amanda's perfect world shatters. Pulled in a web of manipulation, deceit, and dark secrets, she becomes his unwilling accomplice, trapped in a twisted, dangerous existence that tests the limits of love and loyalty. So I like that it said there was a disturbing accident. For one, disturbing is kind of interesting to me. The fact that it's allegedly an accident, but being that this is a thriller, it's probably going to turn out that it's not really an accident. The fact that she's an unwilling accomplice makes it even better. And so this is like a really, really, really super long overview, whatever. So I'm not going to bore you guys with the whole thing. Like I said, after I read it, I will come back and tell you guys what my thoughts are. But it did say at the end, perfect for fans of Frida McFadden, Lisa Jewell, and Geneva Rose. A beautiful couple will leave you breathless and questioning everything you thought you knew about love, loyalty, and trust. So anytime when they mention that fans of Frida McFadden will like a book, I probably will more than likely read it because I'm such a huge fan of Frida McFadden. She's had books that I didn't love, but I liked a lot, but she's never really failed me. And so I'm going to stick with Frida. And I'm definitely a fan of hers. So I more than likely will like this book. But again, I will let you guys know. And last but not least is a book called The Girl Who Survived by Lisa Jackson. So this book is a whopping 400 pages. I'm not really excited about that. So it's got to be good or else I'm not going to stick with it. I just don't have time to waste on a long book that's not going to be very good where I'm bored. But I'm going to definitely give it a chance. So the tagline is, in this deviously volatile, deliciously creepy thriller, the word creepy I love. I like for books to be creepy. If it's just a whole bunch of Lifetime movie drama and stuff, that's okay. It's But if there's a sense of creepiness in it, that's when it really keeps my attention. Creepy thriller from #1 New York Times bestseller. The lone survivor of a brutal family massacre must uncover the awful truth about the fateful night that left her forever marked. So, brutal family massacre. That has me interested already. Has she already had her last chance to be the final girl? All her life, she's been the girl who survived, orphaned at age 7 after a horrific killing spree at her family's Oregon cabin. Cara McIntyre is still searching for some kind of normal. But now, 20 years later, the past has come thundering back. Her brother Jonas, who was convicted of the murders. Oh, see, I didn't know that part. The brother was convicted of the murders. Has unexpectedly been released from prison. Yeah. The press is in a frenzy again, and suddenly Kara is receiving cryptic messages from her big sister Marley, who hasn't been seen or heard from since that deadly Christmas Eve when she hid little Kara in a closet with the haunting, life-saving command, "Don't make a sound." As people close to her start to die horrible deaths, horrible deaths, that's awesome. Kara, who is slowly and surely unraveling, believes she is the killer's ultimate target. Kara survived once, but will she survive again? How many times can she be the girl who survived? This sounds really good, and it's actually very different from all the books I've read in the past. So I'm really, although this one's a little long, I'm really, really excited to read this one. I actually might read this one. Nah, I'm not going to read this one first. I'm going to read something else first. This is kind of long, and so like long stuff I always put off to the end because I just don't want to stick with something for 400 pages, but it might be really good. It sounds really, really good. Sounds like there's like a lot of murder, and then it has like creepiness in it and everything, all the things, all the elements of a book that I love. So again, Lisa Jackson, I've never heard of her. I don't think any of you have ever recommended a book by her. She's a USA Today best-selling, she's New York Times and USA Today best-selling author, so she obviously has other books, but I don't even know what they are. Oh, I see one popped up, You Don't Want to Know. That title sounds really good, so I might check that one out next if I end up liking this one. So anyway, again, this is my TBR for January and February as of now. And I'm really gonna try to stick with it. I don't know, I just want to do something. The books I say I want to read, I actually want to read them. There's all kinds of books from last year that, oh, I'm going to read this, you know, my top 5 and all this kind of stuff. And I never even got to them. So I'm trying to like stick to what I say. But if I don't, you know, who really cares? So if you like this video, thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification button. And also drop in the comments the books you plan on reading this winter. And if you've heard of any really good thrillers that you think I love, just keep in mind that I really love Frida McFadden and I love Riley Sager. So any of that nature, and also Noelle Ely, I really love her books as well. Anything similar to that, go ahead and drop those in the comments, or any thriller recommendations, you know, as long as they're thrillers, go ahead and drop those in the comments as well. And I will see you in the next video.